right, so as bad as I hate to admit it, Joe Biden sounded pretty good last night, didn't he? He, for the most part, he delivered his speech the way he wanted to. You know, a few little hiccups here and there, but at the same time, with that being said, everything he said that he was going to do and that we're going to do here in America is everything that pretty much he's already put a stop to since he's been in office. In the short time he's been there, he's already cost thousands of people their jobs by canceling the pipeline and among other things. He's caused several manufacturers to leave to go overseas and produce there, but he's going to bring a lot of manufacturing back to America. We're going to build American. Well, good. We should do that. And when Trump left office, we were 100% self-reliant on energy. We wouldn't get. I mean, but now we're getting oil from everywhere else. That's hence the reason our gas prices are so high. And they're just going to keep going up, considering now, the Russia-Ukraine thing. Being a politician should be a position to where you want to help your country, the people of your district, the people you represent from where you were elected. Unfortunately, there's a lot of truth to the power and money causes greed, and it causes this desire to be in control. And that's where these politicians, that's what happens. They get power, they get all this money, they are in charge of all these decisions, and how they can, they run millions of lives from an office somewhere. So did he sound good in the way he delivered his speech? Sure he did. But everything he said is pretty much the same thing every president says when they do their State of the Union. Everything he said, there was not many things that he said he was going to do, the points he was trying to make himself sound better. There was not much that he said that he hasn't already canceled or already caused some type of downfall or negative action towards. It's a little late, in my opinion, to come back there, Sleepy Joe, and try to say that, well, since I caused all these problems, now I'm going to fix them, when you're not admitting you caused the problems. All you're doing is saying you're going to do all this stuff, but you're not. One time have you said, this is my fault, so it's time for me to fix it. You just do a State of the Union and say, and tell us all this positive stuff you're about to do for our country, when we all know that's not how this is going to happen. If it was going to happen that way, it would have already been happening that way, instead of literally the exact opposite of everything he said so far. So, don't believe it just because he sounded good last night, and half the time he don't even know where he's at. But he knew last night. I guess that's why he took a vacation this weekend while Ukraine is being attacked and bombed. Took a vacation to get ready for the State of the Union, so he could be rested and make sure that he's got his speech down pat, and he's not falling down the stairs on the way up, and he's falling down the stairs on the way up. Sounds about right anyway, don't it? This thing with Ukraine and Russia is bad enough right now for our economy, considering how much oil we buy from overseas, since he decided to cancel our pipeline and shut down so many jobs, man. It just keeps going back to the jobs. That's what hit me first. When he started talking about bringing all these jobs to America and all this stuff that he was going to do that was going to increase families' wages and employ so many people that are out of work. But then why did you cause so many people to lose their jobs to begin with? So many people lost things, lost their homes, lost their, it just, all because you want to cancel. What was the point in canceling the pipeline anyway? Why do that? So you could put a contract overseas, put some money in your pocket, along with your buddies in Russia and Ukraine. It's sort of like him saying we're going to go help Ukraine, but we're not going to fight in Ukraine. That's good. I don't think we need to be the world police. I know that we have to sort of help because we are the strongest military in the world. We are the strongest country in the world. But I don't think we need to be the world police. But do I think we should help them? Absolutely. Because no matter what Vladimir Putin's plan, goal is for this, doing it this way is definitely not the way to make things happen. And it's definitely not the way to build world relations and to convince all of us and the whole world that you're not this person that we thought you were for so long. Because now you're just proving to us that you are nothing more than a tyrant. But Joe Biden wants to help them, but not go in on foot, which hey, I'm good with that. There's no reason for however many hundreds or thousands or whatever the number might be of our troops, our men and women, to get killed over some senseless war that we're not even involved in. I agree that Putin needs to be stopped, because Ukraine is that's just a doorstep for what could potentially be a bigger problem later on. And I mean, it's already a problem. I mean, he's threatening nukes for anybody that helps. I mean, anybody helps Ukraine, it's just. But Joe Biden, is a joke. I haven't talked about Joe Biden much on my channel, but he's an absolute joke. He needs to be out of office. Kamala Harris needs to be out of office. And I'm not saying, do we all want Trump back? Yep. I don't care who goes in office, as long as they do the right job. They do a good job, and they do right by the American people and take care of our country first. There's been so many senseless wars fought over things that we think we know why they were fought. We think we know why we've been in other countries. We think we know why we invaded these countries, or we went there to stop whatever terrorists. But realistically, we don't know anything. If you weren't there, you're not someone that got sent to these wars, then we really don't know why they were fought. We have no idea why we fight these wars. We have no idea why these politicians, presidents, and whoever else put us in these wars. But Joe Biden is going to get us in a war. And yes, we need to help other countries, because we are able, and there's a lot of other countries that really can't help other countries much. But to listen to everything Joe Biden said last night, and then hear him talk about Ukraine, hear him talk about jobs, hear him talk about manufacturing in America, hear him talk about everything. I mean, just everything he said. Everything he said he was going to do is things that he has already caused damage to. So things he's already had a negative impact on. So now we expect him to deal with Vladimir Putin in a positive way that's going to have a positive outcome for America. First and foremost, you should reinstate the pipeline. You should give them their contracts back, reinstate the contracts, let these men and women go back to work, and help us, America, in our finances first. I'm not talking about give us money, but I am talking about give their jobs back, give our own energy back to us. If we can get back to energy, or self-reliant with energy, then first of all, that's a huge impact on our economy. It is to not have to get things from overseas. There's no reason we should be trading oil in Russia. And there's no reason at this point in time, the way it was when Trump left office, we should be able to handle our own gas, our own oil, and to keep these people employed. I know I'm repeating myself a lot, but as soon as I watched the entire thing, from the time he stepped on stage to the time he ended the thing, and for him to instantly start talking about jobs he's bringing back, the pipeline hit me, and I'm like, you want to bring these jobs here and talk about how much, whatever the one factor is, the one factory, I think, I forget how many people it was going to employ, but the average salary is going to be $135,000 a year. Okay, that's awesome. But what about all these people that you have already taken out of a job, that have lost their homes, have lost their vehicles, have had trouble paying their bills, or, you know, I mean, simply because you thought it looked good to come in and cancel. Well, what I think it is, it's just my opinion, it was come in and cancel the pipeline so we can do some trading with another country because it puts money in his pocket. I mean, he's got, but we already know multiple buddies that are, or other world leaders, that it would 100% benefit him to take away from us and let these people, other people, make the money on, for oil, for instance. But don't let how good he sounded last night and those things that he was saying, because he said a lot of things that Americans want to, real Americans want to hear. Yeah, we want manufacturing here. We want jobs here. We want oil bought, produced here. We want that trade here, and we want to be the ones selling to other countries also, and let America benefit from that, from our men and women working hard to make sure we have those things. But don't let the fact that he sounded good on stage last night and he said a lot of things that we all want to hear, don't let that fool you into thinking that he is out for us. I don't believe any politician is out for us, but there are some that are willing to do more for us than others. But he's not. There's too many ties to other countries. We already know that for a fact. There's too many proven accusations to say that he is out for us and that these things he's saying is going to come true. If he was that worried about men and women's jobs in America, he would first and foremost, and if he was worried about the oil thing, he would reinstate that pipeline. Simple as that. That would be a big step for him, is to reinstate the pipeline and say, look what I did. This is, hey, here I am. I messed up. I did a lot of things I shouldn't have done. Now I'm here to fix them. It's just really sad that we got somebody in office, and he's not the first one, but it's really sad that we got somebody in office that does not care about the impact that it has on America for the actions that he takes with other countries, and he doesn't care about the people enough to put these jobs back in America, and to have not taken away jobs from Americans to begin with, and to start trading with other countries when there was no need to trade with other countries. He needs to be out of office. I don't care who you put in office. I don't care if they're Democrat. I don't care if they're Republican. I don't care if they're sitting right on the fence. As long as they do the best job they can for America and for us, for the people here, and put everybody else last. All these other countries, we should take care of us first. Our president, our vice president, all these senators, all these governors, all these Congress people, they should be out for America first and foremost, always. Not worrying about how much fuel and gas other countries have. I'm not worried about that. I don't care about that. I hope that these other countries do well, and I think we should help when we can. But we should definitely be out for us first, and our president should always be out for America first. Take care of his people first. Take care of, I mean, that's what it is. Take care of us first. Your citizens, your civilians, your veterans, your military people, your active, your inactive duty, your reserves. Take care of all of these people first. Anybody's an American citizen. And stop being the world police and the world caretakers and screw all of them. When there's somebody like Putin that he has clear ties to, the Ukrainian president that we all know now was, as they accused Trump of all this stuff with Ukraine, we all know now that it was Joe Biden, the one doing it, and Hunter Biden. I mean, that's all been proven now. I mean, 100% on paper, been proven. And then we sit here and think that he's actually going to do these things. No, we don't think that he's going to, but he says he's going to, and we're supposed to believe it. So anyway, I don't know. I know that I'm rambling, and I'm sort of back and forth with the things I'm talking about, but that's because I'm watching everything going around me. There's a lot of traffic on my road right now, but and I'm just trying to remember all the stuff he said, you know, as I'm sitting here talking. But, you know, to think that in any way, shape, or form that man's going to take care of us as Americans or as a country, I mean, however you want to look at it. If he just said, I'll take care of America, and screw the people, it's not going to happen. He will not. He's not going to. He showed us that all he cares about is the money he's put in his pocket from other countries. He's got, like I said, he's got proven ties. Excuse me. He's got proven ties to these other countries. He has multiple deals. So does his son, where they've made millions and millions of dollars from doing deals with other countries. They've not proven anything on that like that about Trump. They have nothing on record where they can say that, well, Trump did this with Ukraine, or Trump did this with this country, or he did that with that. So how much more proof do we need before we say, okay, maybe this man is guilty of what he's doing? We all know he is. We all think he is. We all think he's unfit for office. But he just continues to stay in there and continues to do backdoor deals with other countries, while we're just supposed to sit here and listen to it and take it and just deal with the gas prices, deal with inflation. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave it at it right there. Like I said, I know I rambled. I apologize about it back and forth, and I'm just sitting here trying to wrap my head around everything that he said last night. And I mean, how can we sit here for 1 second and think that this man is going to help us? And why are we actually supposed to believe that he's going to do right by us and he's going to take care of us? He's going to damn sure take care of himself and his own, and we're just going to sit here and take it until it is just no more. I mean, take it till somebody else is in office. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. Be sure to leave a like. Be sure to share the video. Be sure to leave a comment down below if you agree or disagree with what I'm saying. Please forgive me for the rambling and the back and forth, and I know it's sort of all over the place. I don't know what else. I mean, it's just sort of hard to kind of keep it all in one spot in order to talk about it, because there's so much that he said last night that sounds so good and so positive. But at the same time, he has already, almost everything he said, he has already had a negative impact on. So I don't know. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.